Yeah. When the act happened, I went to the hospital. When they carried Matthew to JFK, I went in the room. I met Matthew there fighting for him for him. So the doctor knocked his feet down because he was still fighting to get him injection, no way. Then the officer told the doctor told the officer, say, for my person, they was still disturbing. You getting me hard time, and other officer came to say, oh, when you getting you hard time, you're beating. Yeah.
Officer said that?
Yes. So I said, what are you beating the boy for? What are you beating him for? I had the other officer say, get us. I said, I'm not getting us because of my brother. I had the first step for me us. When I left, I told the friend I was there, I said, I'm going to my gym.
As we commence the third and final quarter of our second section, let us continue in that same spirit of purpose, unity, and patriotism. This quarter will be one of the intense legislative activities, and our people are watching with great expectation. Distinguished colleagues, one of our proudest achievements this year is the ongoing completion and refurbishment of the main chambers of the House of Representatives. This project, long overdue, is not merely about optics, it is a testimony to our commitment to restore dignity, order, and pride to the people's house. Once completed, it will stand as a symbol of the modern, functional, and accountable legislature that we aspire to build. As leader, we must lead by example. I therefore remind all colleagues to carry the full completion of the legislative license plate on their official vehicles. This may seem small, but it speaks volumes about our respect for institutional order and help avoid unnecessary embarrassment with state security apparatus. Similarly, I want to call on the committee reviewing current rules of the House to act swiftly and present the first draft of that proposed revision to plenary during our next sitting. These reforms are vital if we are to modernize our legislative procedures and align our internal processes with best practices. Fellow colleagues, let me take this moment to urge our committee chairpersons and co-chairpersons to work collaboratively. Committee are the engine rooms of this legislature. It is there that the hard work of the lawmaking, oversight, and policy scrutiny takes place. I encourage you to engage one another, share expertise, and ensure that reports are timely, thoroughly, and action-oriented. During this quarter, we also expect the national budget to be presented to this body. We urge the executive to submit the budget on time for proper scrutiny. I want to encourage all members to approach the budget hearing process with diligence and seriousness. Each committee member must make it a priority to attend the hearing of entity under their oversight. This is
wherever you are, share the broadcast. Community dwellers stay coming around. All efforts to speak to this lily have been fruitless. All effort to speak to this particular lily has been fruitless. But we stay around this practice. Okay. So tell us what actually happened here in the community.
I have my church.
Okay.
I'm a spiritual woman. Anything that happens in spiritual way, God will always reveal to me.
Okay.
So when the lady came from Tucson, she was pregnant.
Okay.
And then God revealed that 2 things in your stomach. Yes.
God revealed to you?
Yeah, God revealed to me.
Okay.
So I say the child that in your stomach, they take the child from the animal death.
Okay.
So you have to pray that God can deliver you from this problem.
Okay.
That's why you get it sick, you get it swelled up 24 hours because they pee. It can be pee in your stomach.
Okay.
Yeah. So that how we get our prayer, we fast for 7 days, no eating, no drinking. Yes. And then we ask God. This morning by 4 o'clock, God review and say, wake up and go to the woman delivery. And I had a delivery begin this morning. I call all my warriors because we're in the church praying, and I call everybody also.
Okay.
So we started working before. We come outside, we're fighting. She nearly died this morning, but God was there for us. Because we believe in God, we know when He can. And we're not able to take her to the hospital because the doctor was going to operate her. So I asked for God power, and then God was able to do it this morning. She was able to born happy when He sees what.
Is this the first of it come for you to come across such a thing?
I've been when food in your stomach, I take it from there. When even anything they put in your body, God reveal, I can take it from there. But they want you today. My first time seeing it for God to pass through me to do this.
But you as a prayer woman, what authority you have to deliver a woman who is in pain?
Yes, because God called me to do it. So I can't look at human being when it's such a big problem for me to look at you and that. I can't do it. So that the gift that God gave me.
Have you been assisting in giving birth to a woman before?
No, I never gave birth. Any woman will be a child before.
So this is the first of it in your life.
Yes.
So what's your message to women, who may encounter similar problem or just to revive them in the process?
Yes, I just want to.
So we have come to see for ourselves what is the actual information behind this, whether it's a reality, but we're still making our way.
To the Liberian people becomes most practical by ensuring that public funds are used for public goods. Honorable colleagues, the budget is not just a financial document, it is a reflection of our values and priorities. As a nation, as we deliberate this year's budget, I urge us to focus on key thematic areas that speak directly to the daily realities of our people. 1. Health. We must consider an increment in the allocation to the John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital, our country's premier referral facility. Its capacity to deliver quality health care must not be compromised. 2. Education. The University of Liberia deserves our full attention. Let us make provision for its infrastructural development and operational sustainability. Education is the greatest equalizer, and we must empower our next generation with the tools to lead. Thirdly, aviation. The Rabat International Airport remains the gateway to our country. We must allocate resources to improve its safety and security by procuring modern navigation aids and essential safety equipment. This war must see Liberia as open, safe, and ready for business, to name a few. Beyond the budget, there are critical bills and legislative actions that demand our immediate attention. The new election laws remain one of our top priorities. I urge the Committee on Elections and Inauguration to present a report to plenary without further delay so that we can make informed decisions regarding the threshold for constituency delineation in line with the Constitution. We are already beyond the constitutional set framework, and time is not of essence. I am pleased to note the progress in formation of the Mandarin Union Parliament. The progress is well on the way, and plans are being made for the official launch early next year in one of our sister countries, Guadeloupe, Sierra Leone, or Guinea, that has been designated. the number and names of members to represent Labrador in this sub-region body will soon be shared with this House. I commend our colleagues who have been part of this formative process for their diligence and commitment to regional cooperation. Furthermore, I urge all committees to expedite work on pending legislation languishing in committee room. Let us act swiftly to ensure that critical bills are passed for the benefit of our citizens. To our colleagues in the Senate, we equally urge timely actions on important instruments before you, including the National Old Folks Bill and the Amended Disability Act, both vital for promoting inclusive governance.
So tell us what actually happened here in the community.
I have my church, one Miracle Unity Temple. I'm a spiritual woman. Anything that happens in spiritual way, God will always reveal to me.
Okay.
So when the lady came from Tucson, she was pregnant.
Okay.
And then God revealed that 2 things in your stomach. Yes.
God revealed to you?
Yeah, God revealed to me.
Okay.
So I say the child that in your stomach, they take the child from there, animal death.
Okay.
So you have to pray that God can deliver you from this problem.
Okay.
That's why you getting sick, you getting swelled up 24 hours because they pee, it can be picking in your stomach.
Okay.
Yeah. So that how we get our prayer, we fast for 7 days, no eating, no drinking. Yes. And then we ask God. This morning by 4 o'clock, God revealed and say, wake up and go do the woman delivery. And I had the delivery begin this morning. I called all my warriors because we're in the church praying, and I called everybody also.
Okay.
So we started working before. The come outside was sweating. She nearly died this morning, but God was there for us. Because we believe in God, we know what He can do. And we're not able to take her to the hospital because doctor was going to operate her. So I asked for God power, and then God was able to do it this morning. She was able to born happy when you see what.
Is this the first of it come for you to come across such a thing?
I've been when food in your stomach, I take it from there. When even anything they put in your body, God reveal, I can take it from there. But they want you today. My first time seeing it for God to pass through me to do this.
But you as a prayer woman, what authority you have to deliver a woman who is in pain?
Yes, because God called me to do it. So I can't look at human being when it's such a big problem for me to look at you and die. I can't do it so that the gift that God gave me.
Are you been assisting in giving birth to a woman before?
No, I never gave birth. Any woman will be a child before.
Okay. So this is the first of it kind in your life?
Yes.
So what's your message to women, who may encounter similar problem or just to revive them in the process?
Yes, I just want to advise the women that when you pregnant, continue to go to church, continue to pray. Because the word that we eat this time is a worthy word. People are playing witch, people are taking animals, different things, placing in your stomach to change your child, that they think can kill you.
Okay.
So you have to know God. When you pregnant woman, you have to know God to go to church. Okay. To believe that there is God in your life.
But do you know this woman? You know her name?
Yes, her name Moise Gay.
Okay. Thank you. It's a pleasure talking to you. You're welcome.
Right.
So from different area to this practice. Okay.
So when the lady came from Tucson, she was pregnant.
Okay.
And then God revealed that 2 things in your stomach. Yes.
God revealed to you?
Yeah, God revealed to me.
Okay.
So I say the child that in your stomach, they take the child from there and drop it to the animal there.
Okay.
So you have to pray that God can deliver you from this problem.
Okay.
That's why you getting sick, you getting swelled up 24 hours because they pee. It can be pee in your stomach.
Okay.
Yeah. So that how we get our prayer, we fast for 7 days, no eating, no drinking. Yes. And then we ask God. This morning by 4 o'clock, God review and say, wake up and go do the woman delivery. And I had the delivery begin this morning. I call all my warriors because we're in the church praying, and I call everybody also.
Okay.
So we started working before. The come outside was sweating. She nearly died this morning, but God was there for us. Because we believe in God, we know when He can do. And we're not able to take her to the hospital because the doctor was going to operate her. So I asked for God power, and then God was able to do it this morning. She was able to come happy when He see what.
Is this the first of it come for you to come across such a thing?
I've been when food in your stomach, I take it from there. When even anything they put in your body, God review, I can take it from there. But they want you today. My first time seeing it for God to pass through me to do this.
But you as a prayer woman, what authority you have to deliver a woman who is in pain?
Yes, because God called me to do it. So I can't look at human being when it's such a big problem for me to look at you and die. I can't do it so that the gift that God gave me.
Are you been assisting in giving birth to a woman before?
No, I never gave birth.
The dignity of all Liberians. Honorable colleagues, as we embark on this third and final quarter, let us be reminded that history is watching. The Liberian people rose to the 55th legislature for leadership that is honest, courageous, and united. Let us work not as partisans, but as patriots. Let us debate vigorously, but respectfully also. Let us disagree, but never be divided. Our collective action in these chambers will define the kind of country we leave behind for the next generation. Together, let us ensure that when the curtain falls on the second section, the people of Liberia will say with pride that our representatives stood for us, spoke for us, and served us well. May God bless the House of Representatives, and may God bless all our colleagues who have returned safely back to do this people's job. I thank you so very much.
And so, folks, that was a
So this is the first of its kind in their life.
Yeah.
So what's your message to women, who may encounter similar problem or just to avoid them in the process?
Yes, I just want to advise the woman that when you pregnant, continue to go to church, continue to pray. Because the word that we eat this time is a worthy word. People are playing witch, people are taking animals, different things, placing in your stomach to change your child, that they think can kill you.
Okay.
So you have to know God. When you pregnant woman, you have to know God to go to church. To believe that there is God in your life.
But do you know this woman? You know her name?
Yes, her name is Gay.
Okay. Thank you. It's a pleasure talking to you. You're welcome.
What's your takes as a speaker, finally?
As you heard the speaker welcoming statement, it is anticipated that the House of Representatives will diligently serve the people of Liberia in this quarter. The previous quarter was marked by challenges. We cannot reject that. It's a hard truth that we had several challenges during the past quarter. So coming back, it is our anticipation that we can all collectively work together, put aside sentiments, put aside party loyalty, and see Liberia as the common patrimony, and see Liberia as the one that have employed us, that we have come to work for them. You also heard about the issue of key legislations that is expected before us, and those are instruments that are currently in committee rooms. It is our hope and prayer for this plenary that those legislations committee will be individual timely work in ensuring that they are passed. Take for instance the new elections law. With the current population, meaning that we'll definitely have a new population, new districts that will be created, that will be added to Liberia. So on the basis of some of these things, we hope that those things can be timely worked on.
So specifically from your end as a representative of District 5, District 2, Bone County, what are the expectations from the people? What are from your end in terms of...
Take for instance, my district has several issues. During our break consultation with them, some were brought forth, and some of those issues will be brought to the plenary. Take for instance, I remember doing the opening of court in the judge's charge, Judge Ponto. He was able to speak about the creation of additional courts in Bone County. So that is a legislation that we are preparing to be introduced. We also talk about, besides the magisterial courts, the circuits, there are some of the circuits components that are lacking. So to have only 9 judicial circuit, for instance, the probate court is lacking. So the 9th judicial circuit has to sit in 8 probate section. They have to sit in this section. So I think that we should also be able to finalize it. One I have is to call on the legislature to act ensuring that the president, ensure that the environmental court is established. If you read the Constitution of Liberia, the Constitution of Liberia 1986 call for the establishment of the environmental court. Many persons might not be acquainted with the establishment of the environmental court. As we said, there is no environmental court. The same Constitution also calls for the establishment of the appeal court. So these are things some are lacking, and we must be able to jointly work along with it. And even at our district level, in our engagement, some of the priorities of our people, they are come from District 2, they learn by public school, lacking armchairs. We work with the Ministry of Education, but we're also trying our best to procure armchairs for the schools in our own capacity. We also are working with the County Council for the completion of the Lerpai Market construction that is currently ongoing, and the council passed on the Quetta High School. The Quetta High School is almost 95% completed, only to be dedicated. The Quetta School was just passed by the county council, so we hope this project will be completed. And I also have my own individual project I've been on, that is the Delta Bridge. With the coming dry season, it is my hope and prayer that we can complete the Delta Bridge. And right now we also have the scholarship fund draft for sons and daughters of the district at high school level for this academic year 2025-2026 to that of 2028-2029. We are hoping to have a total number of 400 students across the district in high school in Banga. And the intent is not only to put them on a tuition aid for 1 year and remove them. No. So if someone is vected and they have had the opportunity to benefit this academic year, it is my hope that they can benefit up to 2029. It will not be full scholarship, though it has a scholarship component, but there will be a humanitarian component. There will be other assistance. Some people will be there on the basis of tuition aid. Not all of the beneficiaries will be regarded as scholars. Because remember, we are politicians, we need the vote of the people. When we go out to seek for vote, we are not only looking for scholars to vote for us. So if we want to limit our assistance out there academically to scholarship, to scholars, I think I will not be doing well for myself and also for the vast majority of young people. And it also my hope in this term, that is a breaking news, we'll not break it. We are working on other partners very soon. It will be coming up to establish the rehabilitation center. It is my hope that we can have a rehabilitation center built in my district, not a mere rehabilitation center, but we'll have a component of a clinic, a second page, a vocational component, that when people leave from the street and taking them for rehabilitation purposes, after they are then rehabilitated, when they come to the society, they come as a new person with some level of potential that they can sustain themselves in society. But like I said, we're not going to disclose now as to the partners we're working with, but when the appropriate time comes, people will see. I'm so much passionate about young people because I began representing in 2021 as a result of the sacrifice of the young people. 2023, my mandate was renewed on the basis of the mantle of the young people. And 2029 is right here. So the biggest concern I have is what am I
Pleasant. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening. Today is 101025 2025 10102025. So the 10th of the 10th month of the year. Today is October 10th, and we say a pleasant welcome on this spectacular edition of the People's Program. We say welcome to all of you on today. Today is What's on Your Mind. A Liberian speak what's on your mind or hold your peace. But there are several issues happening. You know, with this breaking news, while Liberians are battling with this issue of the death of a young man and the death of a police officer, like I said yesterday, we have to treat each other with our sense of cordiality. We have to, as Liberians. We have to. All of us have a responsibility that will make us, that will lead us to make a profound contribution to this life. Sometimes you wonder, why are citizens becoming so disloyal, disgruntled, disobedient? More importantly, to state securities, those who protect life and properties. Why? And why also, on the other hand, state securities handling the way they handle matters? These are major things. And just to leave up with all of this, Liberia woke up this morning, if you listen to social media, of a woman that gave birth to a pig. Oh my God. Oh Jesus Christ. And it's important to talk about some of these things here on our programs. And on today, we will have joining us on the line, live on our Facebook. We'll have with us Darius Dole. He will be with us. Yes, we'll talk about the discrepancy in the government figures for CSA from the Ministry of Finance and the rights activists, speaking about the inconsistency that exposed the blatant contradiction and dishonesty of the rescue government. He want to speak about that. And Mr. Dole flagged up the discrepancy in the payroll cleanup process. We will talk to him. We've been making efforts to talk to Mr. Chicken Smith, but no Opo Futa. We never got him up on, but we'll have with us on the line, live on our YouTube, Facebook page, Mr. Darius Dole. He will speak to us about this. Why this is, because Liberians are also thinking there are some Liberians who are affected by this process. They're paying go to CSA, they don't get issues up. They are not on payroll. They work, they don't get money. You see the National Road Fund, folks, some of accepted, some will say, oh, y'all wait small. Other than they're still waiting upon there's an allegation of the National Road Fund that is calling before the LACC with 5 high-profile cases. The LACC has said these cases have been completed, and the Ministry of Justice is set to draw indictment on these people. We hear also again that the Ministry of Justice are already drew an indictment already for Nokai, HRC, the LTA, the former officials there, but with the road fund, it's still left undone. And I'm told that the road fund, along with the Ministry of Internal Affairs, are making several donations across the country in enhancing our road process across. That's laudable, and that's laudable. But when allegations are on people, where do we go? When they are still in the government, Liberians. Citizens are into ministries and agencies, and they are complaining either they're on payroll, they are working, and this issue about ghosting, the inconsistency of members of ghosting. Every year we hear that ghostings come out. Why are these numbers continuing to exist? Why they are being accumulated in the process? We hear today it will be reduced tomorrow, will be on a higher level and all that. On that segment, we'll talk to Mr. Darius Dole his own analysis about this process here with what is happening. Because I have already said to Liberia that they too are concerned about the numbers. If you have certain amount of numbers that are on payroll, you have some that are out of payroll will be removed. Why are you still having removed numbers on payroll? We'll talk about that with Mr. Doe this afternoon. Good afternoon, good morning. Today the 10th of October. Let me say today to my son Cornelius, happy day. The baccalaureate service there with the William Booth Institution. Cornelius is walking out the walls of William Booth on today. Today is the baccalaureate service, and next week will be the day of graduation. But I want to say, my son, I hold you hardest thing. Thank you so much. Be great. The sky is the limit, and do whatever it is. Learn what you have learned, and make sure you apply that. Education is application, but what you have already done, we are proud of you. Your parents, your grandparents, all of us are proud. Cornelius, I listen to you. Nicole, congratulations to you on today. You're making yourself proud, and you're making your family, all of us. In my heart, I hold your hard esteem, son. Thank you for taking this bold step, and you got more ahead of you in your life upon. I say success to you on today. Your brothers in Ghana, he's saying to you, my brother, congratulations, and keep your head up. We will be there on a higher height. Cornelius, thank you for your achievement today. Today's a baccalaureate service at the William Booth Staffordshire Army there in Red Light area. You'll be coming up next week. Also, congratulations to you on today. Mr. Welcome on the 10th of October. Liberia still a Commonwealth rather than independent nations. We're in the midst of growing tensions and growing desire of self-governance by the African Continental Society. And everywhere at that time in 1840 about this process of self-governance, where are we today? Have we grown upon? Today's What's on Your Mind. Let me say welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining me. Today you're going to be doing all of the talking, all of the activities upon, because we want to know what's on your mind as we close up to this. The rule of law and justice in Liberia is actually a matter of serious concern. Why? How have we gone to such a level? We want to know. We don't want to leave today on the program that will leave and come back a year something different. We want to know what are the issues on your mind, and we'll say to you, Liberians, speak your mind or forever hold your peace. And as soon as we are set with our guest online, if you're watching us, let me say Petro Jackson is watching live at R2 Abaku. Nadav is for Accra, Ghana is watching. Prince Cooper is watching. Alfred Noah Bonka is watching. And Augustine Kekula is watching from the Health Center, the Gallup. And Geraldine Marion Williams is watching. Habel Firestone. Thank you. Samuel Banya, Grand Bassa County. Samuel Banya is watching and say good afternoon, Ambassador, and thanks for the information. Robertson Mumbo, GS Road, PSV City is watching. Marita Tiwia, Zizi Community is watching. Godwin Escopa is watching. Emmanuel Sonega Gakui is watching. David Rich is watching. Soul Clinic is in Natalia, I'm watching. Henry T. Joe Jr. Carwell is watching, and Moses Wallaway is watching. We say thanks to all of you watching. Please share the video and invite others that will be a part. Albert Noah Bonka is watching. Prince Cooper is watching, and we say thanks to all of you watching us on our platform today. We say welcome and welcome to this edition. Let's look at the angle as to why we have the inconsistency of numbers upon our government cycle. For CSA, how many persons left government the next month or year, and the number the next time again we are hearing something else. And after we take our break at 1 o'clock, we will travel outside Liberia and the world since, and we'll be back and we'll listen to your comment. What's on your mind? Speak or forever hold your peace. But we'll have with us on the line, live online, Mr. Darius Doe. He will be with us on the program. This issue is an analysis about this matter. Liberians, you know, it's a worrisome thing. It's a worrisome. As an autonomous CSA officials, some have said we won't talk about this. But there have been names that are removed from the payroll. Are these names resurfacing? Are people still double dipping? Why? Our partner, the IMF, is concerned about this. Because remember, our partners have always been involved in the several issues. Every time government says we save money for this. Now October is here, September we save money. But names will be taken from the payroll. Now, October again, we are hearing that September, October, that there will be about 1,539 names that will be removed from the payroll, and it will save government 406,674.57. Where are we with this matter? Every time we save money. Are these money being saved just on the paper? Or are people eating your money, you working, you getting paid? They say, yeah, well, yeah, we'll put your name on the payroll. Your name are not going on the payroll yet. And you're home. Or you're working. Or being home will pay you. Are we still in the era where people sit home, work, and they get more money paid? Government has said, no business as usual. We will not do the same things as it was in the future. Or in the past, rather, we will teach you in the future. But then where are we with this matter? Let me say good afternoon to you and a pleasant welcome on this edition of the program. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have our guest online with us, Mr. Darius Doe. Benny Dangwe said, how much film I'm watching you live. And Lafinto Benjamin Kroma Pewala Jr. He said, I'm watching for Rwanda this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you can make a comment. Jeff P. Walker is watching Tinga Village. We say thank you. And Jeff P. Walker is watching. Alex Carper is watching Police Academy online today. And Zando Livingston Jackson is watching on today's program. We say welcome. Our numbers will be on the screen. So if you're watching from across the country, want to make a comment, you can phone us on our WhatsApp there. We say welcome. Let's take a short break. We'll come back.
Number 2, Maryland County. What do I have for the people of Liberia? Well, I bring 2 bills. One is already with the chief clerk, the other is being worked on. That bill, it will shake the entire country, and then if you don't take down, it will be lalo, earthquake created in land ministries and agencies from the workers. The government of the Republic of Liberia have said continuously, not just Ellen, but from Ellen all the way to current. They have told the Liberian people that they want to increase the salary of civil servants, meaning police officers, all those that take low-level money, from $100, $150 to. So now we are offering a bill that all those who are earning from $500 US coming down, they should be tax exempt, income tax, cannot be income tax for them. That bill is on the way to the chief clerk. It will be placed on the floor that anybody who earns $500 US below, those people should be exempted from taxes, income taxes. If you're making $500, you get exact $500. That's one bill that will bring it. And that, the next argument to that will be in terms of accounting that are debit and credit. Whenever you debit, there must be a corresponding credit. Now, so if you're extracting revenue from the government budget, which is a huge revenue, to example, taking $500 coming all the way down to $100, so it means that a huge revenue you are taking out. Where will you get the revenue to sustain the one that you're getting out? That's the argument. And if you check around, there are too many concessionaires companies that have been given tax holidays. For example, B. Manti, Asco Metal, MOPP, CRC, Golden Veredon, Egotura Palm. Some of the institutions that are here, like the Senti brothers, all of them have been given a tax holiday. So then what becomes of our people? So if you do an analysis just for the ArcelorMittal alone, you get to realize that government have given ArcelorMittal a tax incentive that amount to 4,224,000,000. 424 million dollars. Actually, Meta have been going away in tax or incentive. So then, what becomes of our people who are working on the vast majority of the work that we do? Those engineers, those technocrats who are taking the 500, the 400, the 300, the 200, the 150, those are the people that do the work. The bigger people at the time just sign and do this, so they do the work. So these people will be captured in our argument here, that these people from 500 coming down should be exempted from income tax. Where we get the money from, we get it from the tax holiday from the big company. When we cut that portion, we'll make sure we cancel the tax holiday. We'll be able to substitute what will be coming out. That's one bill. The second bill, I have been around from the University of Liberia as president and representing the Vanguard Party, chairman of the Student Education Party, and I went to the People's Organization, now representative. So my arguments in this house need to be distinct and clear and different from other colleagues, because I have the background and I know we've been arguing for our people. The next bill is the bill that has to do with the government protocol bill. The President of the Republic of Liberia continuously, year in, year out, continue to appoint board chairmen who are seated ministers or directors of agencies. Who are seated directors or ministers of agencies. And what necessitated that bill is that 3 or 4 things. One, we want to cut down unnecessary spending. 2, we want to cut down conflict of interest. 3, we want to make sure that we need effectiveness in the government parastatals. And then 4, there will be a job creation. So number 1, we cover unnecessary spending. The president point of board, for example, the Minister of Agriculture. Let me just use it as a case and all the Minister of Education. The Minister of Agriculture is the board chairman for CDA. He's the board chairman for National Fishery and Aquaculture Charity. He's the board chairman for what you call LACRA, right? I see that as the Minister of Agriculture. What time he have to exercise an actual due diligence when the board meeting call? At time he's not in the country. So it means that a lack of effectiveness at the National Fishery Aquaculture, it will be lack of effectiveness at LACRA, it will be lack of effectiveness at CDA. So the president must abolish that identical issue of appointing people who are seated government ministers and at agency, as board chairman, but rather revert to other competent and qualified Liberians who are here, who understand the sector as well, but they are not working in the private sector. So they are free. So why can't you appoint people as board chairman? They will have the time, they will be effective, they will be on time, they will make sure they will advocate for that institution that they preside over. I have never seen in my life that when there is a budget hearing, that for example the Minister of Education come and argue for the Commission on Higher Education budget. I have never seen when there are budget hearing in the budget room that the Minister of Agriculture come to argue for CDA budget to be increased. I have never seen the Minister of Internal Affairs come and argue for LRRC budget to be increased. So what are they doing out there as a board chairman? But if you get different individuals who are free, who are very much educated about the place, they will do more advocacy for the institution. At the end of the day, they will have effectiveness over this institution. So that bill inform the president that moving forward, because laws are not retroactive on Article 21. So those that are being appointed, they will enjoy the term of the president, but moving forward, the president will not have the right again to appoint anybody. Thank you very much. You are trying to, ask you questions, right? And then I want to give you the opportunity to ask.
So we basically concerned about today the tier sessions open, the tier quarter opens today, and you from your end as representative of District 2, Maryland County, what are the expectations from your end? What do your people hope to see Honorable Anthony Williams performing for the betterment of the livelihood of the people of Maryland County?
Thank you very much for the question. Like you said, the name is Anthony F. Williams, and today officially was open to do the Labrampo work, and subsequently to do the work of the people of Liberal Southern District, number 2, Maryland County. What do I have for the people of Liberia? Well, I bring 2 bills. One is already with the chief clerk, the other is being worked on. That bill It will shake the entire country, and then if you don't take down, it will be lalo, earthquake created in land ministries and agencies from the workers. The government of the Republic of Liberia have said continuously, not just Ellen, but from Ellen all the way to Corinth, they have told the Liberian people that they want to increase the salary of civil servants, meaning police officers, all those that take low-level money, from $100, $150 to $200. So now we are proffering a bill that all those who are earning from $500 US coming down, they should be tax exempted, income tax, income tax for them. That bill is on the way to the chief clerk. It will be placed on the floor that anybody who earns $500 US below, those people should be exempted from taxes, income taxes. If you're making $500, you get exact $500. That's one bill that will bring it. And that, the next argument to that will be...
Okay, let me say welcome, good afternoon, good morning, good evening here. On today it's important that we have this, but what is coming from the Ministry of Finance that the Ministry of Finance are warned that there will be salary withholding from non-submission of third quarter financial reports. If you don't submit your financial report, your third quarter salaries will not come forth. Most welcome. We don't have our guests online. We will now connect Mr. Doe online. Why? You know, the issue of the Ministry of Finance, the CSA has a financial issue that has battered Liberians, and as a matter of fact, is a serious matter, and it's good to look at it. Mr. Doe, Mr. Doe with us on the line to have some of these things looked at. You know, Mr. Doe is with us on the line. Let me say good afternoon to Mr. Doe. He has been looking at several other processes here. Mr. Doe is a media specialist and a human rights activist, a politician also too. Been looking at several matters on issues regarding figures that come from the Ministry of Finance and the CSA upon. Let me say good afternoon, Mr. Doe. Good afternoon, Mr. Doe.
Hey, good afternoon, Nathaniel. Good afternoon to all of our followers and those listening by radio as well. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be on this episode.
Mr. Doe, it's great having you on the afternoon program, our final edition this week when we take our break to be back on Monday. But it's great having you upon this issue about analysis of reports coming from the CSA to the Ministry of Finance back on that the issue of discrepancy, inconsistency have been observed in this process upon. One thing you must know is that Liberia depend on these monies that come in, and not just the money but the workforce. The workforce have to be paid, and also issues that bother government in terms of numbers that are double dippers in the process, ghost workers, duplicating of national identification numbers, share bank account holders for payrolls. These are all issues that bother government on. But one of the issues you have been talking about is this inconsistency that you have ascribed to a specific word I want to use, is that you use a blatant contradiction upon. I'm not talking back. The CSA boss 2024 on the screen line that 67,746 to that was civil servant was cut down to 60,900 upon. You've been having problems on figures and money being saved for government. You said from the entire CSA payroll reform that bring about money saved on, you've been having issues, and you have termed it as a contradiction. and inconsistency. Good afternoon, Mr. Doe.
Yeah, so the first thing there is that Liberia is in a difficult situation in terms of job opportunity, in terms of providing the space for our people to be empowered.
Mm-hmm.
Your country right now with a population of 5.6 million, you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
But then you're civil servant in your country about 67,000. All right, 67,000 or 506 million people. It tells you that it's a huge aspect of unemployment. Even if you look at the private sector, all right, before coming to the CSA, even if you look at the private sector, maybe the private sector, you don't even have close to 60,000 combined from all of the companies, the construction, the investment. So if you add civil servant to the private sector employees, we are less than 150,000 or 200,000. So you get a country with 5.6 million people, private sector, the government combined, the workforce is less than 100,000. That is the trouble, right? Itself. So the CSA director, when the rest of the government took over, he said he instituted a lot of reforms. Some of the reforms first has to do with cleaning the payroll, like you rightly said, and that is contained in the CSA 2024 annual report. Yeah. The CSA boss said he inherited a workforce, a civil service workforce of 67,785. Now there were ghost need, people doubled the pay, so they streamlined the workforce from 67,000 to 60,900. That means to say about 6,846 persons were removed from the payroll, believed to be ghosts, double dippers, and what have you. So my fundamental issue with the CSA report is that if you brought the payroll down from 67,000 plus to 60,000, and you said the monthly wage bill at the time of 67,000, when Standard 12 was there, the monthly wage bill was 23. The streamlining of the workforce, you also brought the monthly wage bill down to 21.1 million from 23.5 million. So by that alone, on the overall, you saved the government of Liberia 2.4 million. All right? 23.5 million minus 21.1 million is 22.4 million. So if you save the government of Liberia, according to the CSA, 2.4 million from the overall reform of the workforce and the money wage, and again, the very CSA is reporting that you save 8.2 million for the 6,800 for the sales worker you remove from the payroll. Yeah. That is contradiction, that is election. Away from that, the CS said of the 6,800 for the sales workers, they will remove from the payroll, individuals, they remove from the payroll 5,335 of those individuals were specifically civil servants. 906 were consultants, and 404 individuals were involved into mobile money fraud. So when you add 906, 5,335 plus 404, you will get the total of 6,846. That's here said they remove from the payroll. So specifically with civil servant, 5,335, you say you save the government of Liberia 1.8 million. So that is also a contradiction of the overall 2.4 million that you save for the general payroll cleanup SSRs. So we think that the TSA are underreported or overestimated just because they try to score a political point. But the reality is that if the wage bill, the money wage bill was reduced from 23.5 million to 21.1 million, it means that the current wage bill, the annual wage support 253 million. But now, if you go into 2025 budget, the annual wage bill for 2025 is still 150 million. So you cannot remove the fundamental contradiction now is you cannot claim to remove 6,000 plus.
So, Mr. Doe, Mr. Doe, what are you saying is that is this an artificial removal? Because if you are saying this is removed, there should be a reduction and it be a saved in terms of capital. But then what you are saying, these numbers were not removed actually. Is that what you're saying?
So it's not that it was artificial, but they removed that and replaced people overnight that joined the wage bill up, and then they still claiming that they have not hired new people. And they claiming that they did not remove citizens from the payroll. So there's no way you can convince people you have not done new employment in terms of civil servants.
Well, are you also clear that though they said they remove, they replace, they remove those, like you mentioned earlier on, specific people, citizens were removed, and then they replace those people, and they still claiming that they have not hired, that there been no rehire being done.
Exactly. That is a very possible way to believe that, because there's no way the wage bill will jump to 350 million when you did refund that's supposed to set the wage bill at 253 million. Then it means you either increase the payroll by adding more people on the payroll. So the issue of streamlining the payroll from 67,000 to 60,000 is questionable, because you cannot be reducing and the wage will be increasing. That is a fundamental contradiction.
Okay, let me yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let me just conclude.
Yeah, go ahead.
The major thing that Liberia under the Extended Credit Facility Program, or the IMF, the IMF team came to Liberia and met with the CSA and the Ministry of Finance under the second review of the credit facility. And the CSA reported in November 19, 2024, they reported to the IMF that as a way of cleaning the payroll, overhauling the payroll, the CSA removed 3,335 persons from the payroll. That was November 19, 2024 when they met the IMF team. At that time, Messiah Joker has already reported, he has compiled the CSA 2024 annual report, that he clearly stated that about 6,846 person were removed from it. So you cannot be reporting 1 month after the IMF team came to Liberia 3,335. When your report to the nation in Joseph Walker is saying you remove 6,846.
There's several contradictions in the figures. Yeah. And also, Mr. Doe, the IMF reported in February this year, 2025, that Liberia, on the report, 3,775 employees were removed from during the same period. That was saved government 4.4 million in total saving. But then I'm saying that number is more than twice the amount reported by CSA. And how do you comprehend such?
Yeah. And that is the contradiction Josiah Joker have refused to provide the clarity to the Liberian people.
Okay, you mentioned earlier on, Mr. Doe, you mentioned earlier on that from the early stages of the government, citizens who were already part of government, but the past government were governed by the country government by CDC at the time. So when this government took over, you said there was some calculated plan that took away citizens from jobs, but and they begin to replace those people. But then there are some concerns Liberians are having, because if you look at the entire payroll structure from March 2024, civil service implementing intervention process of the 2022 payroll audit of the JSC recommended process, we still see that there are removals from the payroll. Now we're not talking about citizens being removed. They already removed citizens from the payroll now, and they purportedly replace, according to you, allegedly or reportedly, replace those people. Now we see every month there are still removers from payroll. Every month removals are made from payroll. If I were taking back some specific statistics, if you look at March March and April, 108 persons were removed from the payroll. They say save government 112,000. If I go back to July, August, they say 313 persons removed. August, September, 1,000. How the point I'm trying to make it out, I want to understand. How come if you remove people from payroll, how come you are removing month per month? Is it that these people are still resurfacing in the payroll?
It's very troubling.
Yeah.
The data is very troubling because the contradiction, the inaccuracy, the inconsistency, and the under-reporting or over-reporting at some point is very troubling. Because you said it right. From January 2024, okay, specifically between March or April all the way down to October, the CSA said they have removed already from the payroll 5,000 plus people from the payroll. That is from March to October. That was the end reporting period in 2024. So 5,300 or so persons removed from the payroll as of October 2024. Now, November, I just want you to keep November in your mind. November now, IMF came to the country. November, when the CSA report has already been prepared. So you go to the IMF and say, you have removed the total of 3,735 or 75 persons from the payroll. That is a deception because you have already closed your report with about 6,000 people being removed from the payroll. So you cannot report to IMF in November of 3,000. Then the worst thing is that of the 3,000 plus people you reported to the IMF, you said you saved 4.4 million. How can you save 4.4 million for 3,000 plus people, and then 1.8 million for you see that? That is a contradiction. So this is what is happening. You made. Let me come to you, sir. You made some assertion about one of the deputy minister there at the Ministry of Finance about in your post said he is a baptized liar upon, and I response he made several statements about the extended credit facility program that was incorrect, was misleading, and they said the misrepresented the fact. And you said in reality the IMF ECF program was initiated by the CDC government in July 2019, and that the program reached its scheduled conclusion after 40 months in the late 2023. Can you please speak about that? Yeah, so the Deputy Minister for Economic Management, he told a bold-faced lie in one of his press conferences or program he attended. He asserted that Liberia under the CDC on December 12 dropped from the external credit facility program of the IMF. That is a lie. That is a lie. From 2019, Liberia entered the program. It was for 40 months, and then by late 2023, it got expired. So when a program expires based on its schedule of doing off, that is not off. That's why the new government came and negotiated, and then Liberia has now received enrolled and received payment under the credit facility. The IMF. So that was the lie that we tried to correct and check with the minutes. So you know, this is the IMF who is putting a downward growth of the Liberia economy under this current administration from 5.6% projection to 4.6% projection. So there is a in the growth of the country. If we compare 2024 data with 2025 data to match that with 2023, where Samuel 12 left the economy, the CDC, you will realize that there is a growth rate 4.6. 4.6. control certain people as to where CDC left the economy. So you cannot claim that you left the economy in bad shape when it is declining on you instead of progressing. So that's a failure.
Okay, you mentioned failure. Let me go to you. We'll go to the lines to take some calls. You are now also recommending that the United States government should sanction some government officials that are within this government. I will you mention who do you think it should be, if there will be? You already have mentioned some of them, but who do you think should, and for what reason they should be sanctioned?
One of the presidents that have written for sanction is the police IG, Inspector General Gregory Cuomo.
Why do you think he should be sanctioned by this time?
If you look at the report, number one thing to look at and draw the conclusion from our recommendation is human rights report. The 2024 human rights report on Liberia. They talk about police brutality and extrajudicial killing. Now, in my report that I submitted, I listed 5 to 4 instances police brutality that led to death of innocent citizens. Unknown deaths, please, as you can come on. You follow the issue about the Capitol Hill, the police brutality, beating all us. Now, that not just me saying that, and then the human rights reports mentioning that on Liberia as of 2024. I will now take you to the MCC. The MCC report, the scorecard, like rule of law, Liberia, MCC scorecard, 25, go and pass it, go for it. Liberia fail in the indicator in the category of rule of law. We also fail in fiscal policy and trade policy. So there are so many reports that have come up on the IMF, World Bank, and the United States Department that you can look at and draw your analysis that there is a need for some of our officials to be sanctioned, especially, as I indicated, because police brutality is increasing on a daily basis. Police are killing our people, innocent people, unarmed people. Now, if you could pepper spray peaceful protesters from the Ministry of Transport, UL students, you can pepper spray them, use water, and neutralize them. But you can fire a crazy man, a man allegedly madman. You can bullet him. Instead of pepper spraying him and neutralizing him, you neutralize the man with about 6 bullets and left him dead.
Mr. Doe, why you are just speaking, somebody tested me and said, I should ask you, what about police too that have been killed during this altercation, during the period? You're not speaking about that.
On the record, let me tell you something, brother. You cannot measure the number of police brutality with that of the reaction from the citizens across the country in terms of comparing deaths. We can measure that. You can name 2 police officers that died from angry crowd, mob justice, or anything. Name 2. Why the name of 5, 6 police brutality that resulted to death? You are seeing training video all around. Where in the world you see police go arrest somebody and go to impound the car and stay on the roofs, and then the person keep going mistakenly, accident, you say police, you see the citizen kill the police? That is not policing. That is gangsterism.
Okay, before I go through the lines, before I go down to a few calls, we will leave you from your business schedule today. We must appreciate you. Thank you for taking your time out to speak to the public and on this program, The Heat, this afternoon, Cool 91.9. We are about 8 days from the CDC groundbreaking ceremony. I know this is of a serious interest. There are songs, there are slogans, there are a lot, because CDC, folks from the CDC have said they cannot be broken. Whatever happened to them, they will still come back and be strong. Even after 2029, they will still exist. And CDC, with their resilience and their courage, has set up a very good example that other political parties should emulate, especially, we will say, to the ruling party, to have its own structure, which CDC will soon embark on. We got about 8 days away from this process. Mr. Doe, What do you envisage?
So this is why many people believe in the ideology of CDC. That CDC is a grassroots party. It is the massive party. It is the party for ordinary people. All right. If you compare the existence of UP, Unity Party, and that of CDC, you realize that Unity Party have been established 40 years now, and they have been in power 14 years now. CDC only takes the power for 6 years. But even living away from all of that, both parties have been renting. But compared to CDC, where they demolished the large headquarters, all of the infrastructure there was built by CDC. All of the infrastructure were erected by CDC. So there is only that by CDC only. CDC was still going to be ahead of the Unity Party because the Unity Party have been renting buildings. But CDC erected those structures that got demolished. So now, also ahead of the ruling party, the CDC, in retaliation of the demolition of the headquarters while the case is still in court, but this government, according to them, as alleged, the CDC have secured land and they're going to break ground for the construction of a record town party headquarters. And that we are seeing a momentum from the grassroots who will be bringing 1 bag of cement, nail, crush rock, steel rock. Every contribution has been made. And the chairman of the committee, Councillor Funati Kofa, said that 18% of the donors, of the contributors, are Unity Party officials who said for a nominate, they should not call their name. So tell me, that is a serious political party. If Unity Party was that serious, before CDC groundbreaking, or right after the demolition, or even before, as they took power, they will have secured a party headquarters, they are the ruling government, and construct the headquarters. But CDC will be ahead of them again with the construction of their own party headquarters. Why Unity Party will still be renting on cross?
Into our political landscape, Mr. Doe, finally, couple whatever you want to talk about that will never ask you on the show. Is there a message that CDC want to send out in the democratic arena of Liberia, that these are the things to be done and let's do it? What would be that message?
I think from the past election, President, we have sent a message already to the Liberian people. That message is, let me democratically accept the result and turn over so the Liberian people can know they injured from the devil. Now, if you pass around, the people are saying, they are singing. It is better we be with the devil we know than the angel we are not seeing. Because the mantra on which Unity Party came to power, which is rescue, that word rescue, the Liberian people are not feeling the impact of that rescue. So the message is clear. There will be no massive campaign 2029 for CDC, because by 2029, the Liberian people will be comparing what we have did versus what Baka have done. That is a simple campaign. We have been tested. So when you say, for example, education, what are the reforms we have did in the education sector? UL, free tuition, WASP, the number of schools you built. The people will be comparing and contracting. That is a campaign for 2029. So the message is clear.
Okay, let me say welcome to all of you on the platform this afternoon. Mr. Lawrence D-Doe is with us on. He's a communication media specialist and administrator, human rights activist, Darius D-Doe. Yeah, sorry for that, my bad. Mr. Darius D-Doe is with us on the lines, a communication media specialist and administrator, human rights activist. He's also a politician, and he's also a member of the Lufa County Intellectual Center and a member of the Samuel D. Tuer Jr. Center for Intellectual Exchange. He has been with us on the line, speaking to a wide range of issues here. I want to take about 5 calls with him while he's on the line. So those who want to call, please speak to the issues, because we don't have the luxury of time to keep Mr. Doe on the line. We took him off the business schedule, so please do him justice this afternoon. He spoke about several issues, the inconsistency into figures coming from the CSA, Ministry of Finance, government should be saving money. What are the figures are the future upon? And also, he said several folks he listed, especially the police RG should be sanctioned by this time with human rights violations. And the D-Day, 8 more days from now, to the CDC groundbreaking ceremony of a record-breaking construction of a park. Let me talk to this caller on the line. Please speak to the issues. Mr. Doe is still on the line with us. Good afternoon. If you got a question, you got an opinion, please make it. He will respond to that. Good afternoon. Yeah. Yeah, Luther, go ahead.
Can you compare the economy right now and the time who was struggling to get money for the bank? You cannot get it. Who was struggling to get gas? You cannot get it. Can you compare the government to our government? Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Doe, I hope you got a question.
No, you're breaking through, so you say we echo that.
Okay. He is asking whether you can compare this government achievement and the government of former President Weah. By this time, he made mention specifically that he was building condominium for himself and not the people in Boka government today. But I hope that you can keep that question so that we take others. So we just somebody one. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. No, ignore. Please make it from the noise. Because you say you got problem with glaucoma, but you eat noise, and I want the guests to listen to your question, but you eat noise. Let me talk to this person. Please get to a safe position and ask so that we'll get you. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
To allow the librarian to convene the librarian people to compare George Weah time regime with this regime. That is impossible to make a such comparison. Because you never consider well. You did not consider well. So you have yourself to be blamed. When librarian people were not taking up Unity Party no longer, you will be the one to get on the deck to bury Unity Party alive. Am I wrong? What's not this question? Am I wrong? Why did they get proceed?
Yeah, Mr. You might ask your question.
Yeah. So, the Unity Party is now in the seat. So just take your time. That's why the American want to make a decision. But we don't want you to keep hearing bring not like the Unity Party that want to keep with what you call it, or what you call it, change your life or whatever. So at this present time, we want you to be silent and let go work. That is just like the first half of the 90 minutes they say here, this is the first half of the 3 years. So give the Unity Party chance. Let them work. Let them people.
Okay. You said give the Unity Party chance, let them work. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Prince Fatima. Can you go ahead
Mm.
I think he needs to realize that he comes from the Southeast, and to do the past regime, the issue of accessibility to put the Southeast on something very difficult for all of this.
So what would be a question to him?
So all of this regime, this government is making sure that the issue of the Southeast rule is being addressed. And it becomes the issue of the electricity to them. We want to come to the joint
Okay. Let me take the final call and go to Mr. Doe. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Far, and good afternoon to your online studio. I am Peter Wilson.
Yeah.
And I joined from the Chicago community when I work. So, Mr. Far, let me just make your studio get to understand with the analysis in here, and even including yourself. People who are not school will be moved away by what Josiah Joker is doing at the CSA. For me, who study economics in 10, 11, and 12, I cannot be moved by that. Just what Mr. Doe said. Just doesn't make any sense as I was listening to him as doing my calculation. Doesn't make any sense to reduce the wage bill from 67,000 to 60,000, and then you pay 23 million every month for civil service or any other official or whatever. When you deduct at 2.something, 1 year is 12 months for the calendar year, which is fiscal year. So divide and multiply 2.something by the 12 months, you get around 28 million. That's what government is supposed to be keeping in cover. Then you are saying you are saving 1.5 or 4. Even when you say you are saving 10 million, we'll ask you a question. What is the balance 18? When you say you are saving 20, we'll ask you what is the balance 8? So that analogy cannot work with RC FMB with who study economics and also know timetable.
Okay.
Because you don't be making fun of 11 people. I think this government is what we look for, is what we are getting, and we'll bow down to it until 2029.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Doe, good afternoon. I have the call, as well as the final call, is also agreeing with you some of the analysis you made with what Josiah have been putting our analysis upon. But are you there with me? Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm on the line.
Yeah.
Some of the questions clear, but the first one clear.
Okay. Yeah, the first one asking whether you can compare.
Let me respond.
Yeah.
Let me respond to the first question. And I will be very, very much practical about that. We all know when CDC took power in 2018, the very 2018 to the end of 2019, the war was hit by COVID-19. So COVID-19 means 2019. So that was a challenge for the administration at the time. So 2019, 2020 was a tough year. That year for the CDC. We all know that. But yet, hello?
Yeah, Eli, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, Eli.
You get the feedback.
Oh, well,
Okay, so
go ahead.
So that was the issue with CDC for 2 years. COVID. But even at that, Samuel 12 was able to bring inflation from about 29 to 30% down to 7% as of 2022. So CDC for the next 2 years can never be compared with the past 2 years. But even at that, up to the end of 2023, 2012 an economy in solid shape. The inflation was 10.1%. Economic growth was 4.6% by the annual World Bank and CBS data. Now, this government, the 2-year budget of the rescue government, 2024 budget 738 million, 2025 budget 808 million, and the combined of the total airborne and economy of 1.6 billion. Yeah, there is no economic management like we're feeling impact. 60 to 70% of our national budget have gone towards recurring expenditure, child and boosting services. Not in public infrastructure. So, put any achievement in this government that can match the 1.6 billion of the national budget. You can't. You cannot.
Okay, Mr. Doe, thank you. Thanks for taking your time out with us. We hope that we have more of these interactions, and we also hope that we have you in the studio here live, that you speak to the Liberian people and speak to pressing national issues upon. Before I leave you, Mr. Doe, your party comment. It's so great. Thank you so much for taking your time this afternoon. Your party comment.
So I would just want to call on the CFA director. He needs to stop the professional arrogance thing that the POD. When the reports is making and presenting to the public, there is fundamental and inherent contradiction. He needs to calm down and report the facts so good people. Beginning to the next time of Hong Kong and hardship. When you talk about next time Hong Kong and hardship, you will get it done at the Bible. Alright? When the people are suffering and you're very pain, they are not suffering, the economy is good. But then we go on the food, be very careful. The people you pass around the community, massive people are suffering. So we need not to politicize Hong Kong against it. When it is real, we say it is big. That would be my party comment.
Okay, Mr. Doe, thank you so much, Mr. Darius Doe, having us on the line. We really appreciate you for your time. Thank you. Hope that we can have you again on further conversations regarding those little things that matter to the people of Liberia. Thank you so much, Mr. Doe.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Let's say great having you on the line, Mr. Doe. I've been speaking to several issues upon, and we say it's therefore you will have Mr. Doe on future programs here, so that we get his point about this. He's an analyst and an activist in Liberia. Yes, speaking to issues Liberia. We'll take more calls. Remember today's what's on your mind. Before we go home, we want to know what's on your mind before we go home today, so that remember we are taking our usual weekend break on today and be back on Monday. We want to know what's on your mind. Good afternoon. Let me talk to the first caller here. Good afternoon. You're welcome. Lincoln, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you see, the mental personnel, they go to say the truth. Don't be able to get ready for the work this year. Then you tell me that this year, this is for me for us. No, you're not doing well for us.
Okay, you know, he's already off the line. Yeah. He's off the line. What's on your mind? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. Is it Mr. Reeves? You're welcome.
My concern has to do with people and taxes, security on the people industrial, between national and taxes. In the point of people should understand what is being said. People should understand what is not of people were said of. Those people, while you are speaking, those people are enemies. The fact that we bound to present to that red sector over is equally so, almost no position, people would happy get somebody to do that. And those are for that officer as the general self dead or else maybe you are in the death on the care side. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Maybe you are in the death.
Okay, yeah. People should respect the uniform. And even those in the uniform. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, James Nathaniel Bar.
Yeah, Joseph, go ahead.
Thank you for the exclusive recognition. Again, I'm Joseph Sopoi, and I call from Central Monrovia. And now, it is indeed disheartening when I follow your own guests who try to attack the current administration. It's laughable. Because the reality here, the last 6 years, some of our impacted civil society, and there were critical issues today. Lord, things have changed.
So today there are no critical national issues.
There are critical national issues, but what we're saying here, for somebody to live in another world, to say that nothing has changed, you must be living in another world. Today in Grand Bassa country, the issue of electrification, today in Yabasta in Riverside, the last 6 years, to get to the summit in Nathaniel, it was difficult. But today we are grateful. The issue of roads and cross, the summit is prime of beyond that.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, Tommy, go ahead.
To the environmental sectors. The EP needs to do some work. I think you can hear the noise behind me. It's time for wisdom and too much in this country and making people to look so stupid. The environmental protection, you have to work on that. Besides that, the mangroves farm, the fishes, the animals, the people are cutting the mangrove and rebuilding, I mean, how to call it, filling the place. It harming the environment. My advice today that they blasting to go and start every other person who is there and making place if I live for them to build.
Okay. Every other person making that should desist and the government should go there. Good afternoon. Let me talk to you. Good afternoon. I'll take two more.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Nana. How you doing?
Yeah.
You see, the guest is bringing in the studio there. The man do well. The man stick the truth. Because where the truth belongs, don't put the truth there. Really, we say rescue mission. But actually, things going too hard. Things prices going hard. And people are hungry in the jungle. Nothing is going on. So they say if you love the party, yes, they are reporting the truth. Stick the truth will shall be free. So the truth belongs is things are hard. The native rescue mission, the people kept arranging themselves, not thinking about the other people. And it's just well like that. Other people are trying for food. Look at yesterday, I saw one woman.
Okay. Let me take my final call, and this final call will be Mrs. Scully, and she'll be our final caller for today or for this week. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my son.
Yeah, ma'am. Go ahead.
Which one the person that went on the son that happened made that only was choppy and everybody had a bone on it leaking. But I just asked that question about one send a message to DJ Blue. You know, I thought it was. They have plenty, they have no government houses for living there, taking it for their own property. Now, government here to really find the whole country. Take the blue saying, before government take over from other Africa, government will get people money. He teach you, you know that I play for government. Even the GS, they want GS, they will remove people build houses and they know it for government. So when government taking a huge representative, why you can't compensate the people to leave there? And he said government should leave them there. The people taking the country to be strong. But it was smelly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you are final call for this week. Many things of our calls this week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today's Friday. Many thanks to all of you on today. Let me also say many thanks to my team with the production department, Andrew Garma, Yusakandu, T. Nicholas Barkley. Thank you for this week. Let me say congratulations to my son, Cornelius. Yeah, Cornelius is on his baccalaureate service on today. The William Booth Army School there in the Real Idea area, walking on the walls. Let me say congratulations, my son. Congratulations, Cornelius Candy. Congratulations to you today for your hard work upon. Let me say many thanks to all of my folks up on today. Let me say thank you. Let's be safe. Let's keep the country safe. Let's keep the peace. Until Monday, we'll be back. Don't forget the geometry of the whole that must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority, and those that come with equity must come with clean hands. Until today, until tomorrow, on today, I am your humble servant. I'm J. Nathaniel Viva Senior. Catch you up on Monday.
Debit, there must be a corresponding credit. Now, so if you're extracting revenue from the government budget, which is a huge revenue, to example, taking 500 coming all the way down to $100, so it means that a huge revenue you are taking out. Where will you get the revenue to sustain the